All right, so I want to give you an example of an essay that came to me about just before the semester started, actually. Like I said before, I love music. Music is my absolute favorite thing in the whole wide world. And in particular, I love rap and hip hop. And I don't know exactly why, but I can tell you the first time I saw MTV and saw some rap videos, I was drawn to it, and it clicked. It totally clicked. And one of the things that rap and hip hop are really known for is sampling. Anybody know what sampling is?
Awesome. Stealing other people's.
Ah, there we go. Excellent. I love the variety here. Some people say it's awesome. Some people say it's stealing. It can be all those things all at once, right? Sampling is when somebody takes a little piece of a song and uses it in their own song. Now, this is not a cover. A cover is when somebody just does an entire song in their own way. So something like Landslide by Stevie Nicks from the 1970s. In the late 90s, the Smashing Pumpkins redid that song, and it worked out really well. Some of you may even know 9 Inch Nails had a song, Hurt, and it was covered by Johnny Cash, and it was fantastic. It was a brilliant version of what was already a really, really, really good song. Rap and hip-hop are made very much on these things, and the reason is pretty simple. When artists and musicians in New York City back in the 70s were putting together parties, they would use other people's music, and sometimes they would turn down the volume and somebody would grab a microphone and start rapping on top of it. Now, they weren't using their own music, they were using somebody else's music. And that kind of tradition has stayed alive today. You get a lot of sampling in music these days. And according to a website out there, there is a song that was made in 1984 by a couple of guys. I should probably throw it up here for you.
You're about to witness something you've never witnessed before. Yes, the original human beatbox, Dougie Fresh, and his partner, the Grand Wizard, MC Ricky. That's me in the place to be. We're going to show you how we do it for 85 Kick It Live, alright? Because I got a funny feeling you're all sick of all these crap rappers fighting their rhymes because they're backstabbers. But when it comes to me and my friend Fresh here, there is no competition because we are the best here. For this impress which we prove, and y'all will realize that we are the move. So listen close so you all don't miss. And we go a little something like this.
This entire song involves two people, no instruments. Dougie Fresh is a beatboxer, uses his mouth to make sounds. And MC Ricky D went on to become Slick Rick, some of you may recognize the name of. He's the rapper. And it's just these two guys, and this is all they do. But this song has been sampled hundreds of times. And songs that you actually know, you may not have realized it before. So this came out in 1984. In 1986, there was one portion of this song, and I want to play it for you here. There's one portion of this song. So listen close so you all don't miss. And we go a little something like this. Everybody get that? 2 years after the original song came out in 1986, a trio of rappers from New York City came out with this song that contains a sample from that song. You may have heard of these guys, the Beastie Boys. I want to play that again so you catch that hit it. It's that last part, that hit it. You guys hear that? It's that little smidget from the song by Dougie Fresh and MC Ricky D. They even put it in the title too. The name of that song is Hold It Now, Hit It. So even though it was a very small portion of that song, it only comes in maybe 8 or 9 times throughout the entire song. It even made it into the title. It also was a part of this song, that came out a couple years later. Anybody know who this is? Yeah, the Fresh Prince was also known as Will Smith. He went on and did some other stuff. They weren't really important. But, no, seriously. I mean, in Philadelphia, Will Smith and his friend Jeff, they were quite the tandem. Quite the tandem. They used that sample in their song as well. A few years after that, this little sample from the original. Became this. Anybody know these guys? Color Me Bad. I want to sex you up. Totally different angle than was originally used for. In fact, all these are, well, not all of them are different, but some of them are a little bit different, right? Fast forward about 6 years, and there's this little part from the original song.
I give you all my love today. Can't you see? Somehow your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your jazzy way. So listen, my love is here to stay. And on and on and on.
You may recognize this song. Christopher Wallace, you probably know him as the Notorious B.I.G., right? In 1997 and 98 and even 99, you couldn't get away from this song. It was a huge hit. Do you guys hear the lyrics there, the parallel? It was the original, but just turned a little bit. Let's fast forward a few more years.
You know what? Yo, pick this. Lordy. We like somebody. We don't
This is the original.
We don't bother nobody. We're just someone that's on the mic. And when we rock up on the mic, we rock the mic. For all the young, keeping y'all in hell.
So last year, 2013. I know this is going to shock you. Miley Cyrus didn't come up with this, did she? Sad Miley, she fooled us again. So, Lottie Dottie, the original song by Dougie Fresh and MC Ricky D. The entire song it's pretty simple. It has just a couple verses. And it's about a day in MC Ricky D's life. He wakes up, he gets ready, he goes out, sees some friends, there's a fight, he sees the aftermath, he goes home and he just chills out. It's like an entire day. Miley Cyrus, poppin' Molly, baby. So you can take a piece of a song and you can turn it into pretty much anything that you want. This is good information, but if I were to write about this and present it to you, it would be a report. This is not an essay, but it very well could be an essay. And I want to give you some ideas for how to make it into an essay. First of all, you could use the topic of the value of sampling, or maybe the lack thereof. Maybe you think sampling is really neat because it takes a song from the past. Maybe one that even wasn't a hit, like Lottie Dottie, which by the way is the B-side to another song called The Show. It wasn't even supposed to be a hit. It was always supposed to be the second song to another one. But it's been used in some really big songs. Hypnotize, I'm pretty sure, was a top 10 or 15 hit. It may have even been #1. It was that big. Miley Cyrus turned it into a song that charted. Color Me Bad's I Want to Sex You Up, I'm pretty sure hit the top 5 on the Billboard charts. The Beastie Boys used that Hold It Now, Hit It, part of License to Ill, by far one of the greatest rap albums of all time, and certainly one of the most important ones. It's one of the songs on that album. But the song itself, La Di Da Di, is not that big, and so maybe your essay could be about, hey, these samples can breathe great new life into things that maybe people would never even recognize. Or you could take the tact that maybe sampling is just stealing other people's stuff, and maybe it shows that you're not original. And that can be a problem. So you can take it either way, absolutely either way. You could talk about the ethics of sampling other people's hits. La Di Da Di wasn't a hit, but we've seen in the past where other people's hits have themselves become hits. The song In Your Eyes by Peter Gabriel has been sampled quite a few times. In Your Eyes was a mega hit in the 80s. And it's been used in other songs since then that have charted as well. And so you can say that's a good thing, or maybe that's a bad thing. Hey, if you want to make a hit, don't steal off of something that was already a hit, but maybe steal off something or borrow off something that wasn't a hit. Okay, so you can take that middle ground of some sort. You could also make an argument in an essay that Song of the Year should allow sampling. I want to read the criteria for Song of the Year, the Grammy. It is, songs containing prominent samples or interpretations are not eligible. It's a part of the description. So something like Hypnotize, although a brilliant song and just a really, really good song, it can never be Song of the Year for the Grammys because it contained a sample. So you can make an argument for or against that. You can even bolster the Academy's position and say, you know what, if you're going to have a song that you want nominated for a Grammy Award, it better be all original. It better be all original work. No sampling, period. Those would make for good essays. All this information here, all the samples I just played for you, that's not an essay, that's just a report. But when you go that next step, when you add you to the mix, when you show your reader something that he or she may have never even considered before, now you have something that's worthwhile. And that can be a really good essay. Remember what I said before, if you have a topic that's really unusual, it's probably going to be really good. How many of you have ever even considered sampling before today? Maybe a couple of you, maybe the real hip-hop heads. But most people just don't even really think about it. But maybe they should. And maybe this topic isn't for everybody, but maybe it's for quite a few people. All right? And that's why this kind of thing can work. Just help out everybody a little bit. Get you to think a little bit. Maybe get those brain juices going. Think outside the box. Don't just think outside the box. Burn down the box and run away from it. Okay? Sound good? Any other questions, thoughts, concerns, prayers, etc. about anything we talked about at all today? Any other questions, thoughts, concerns, prayers, etc.? All right. We'll see you guys. Have fun. Do something crazy this weekend, but don't get arrested.
If I get arrested, I'm going to write an essay about it. I told him to do it.